Taurus. It's a general reading for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I hope you're doing well. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with your particular circumstance or situation. Oh, okay. The Lovers. Well, that's interesting. The Lovers, Taurus. First card down. So this is your issue at the moment. So I'll probably pull quite a lot of romance angels for you, Taurus. Yeah, Page of Cups. The Sun. Bright. Luck. Things are looking brighter for you, Taurus. The Devil now. Recent past, Four of Pentacles. Right, you've been very protective, Taurus, recently. You might have been protecting your assets, or you might have been protecting your heart. But there's a sense of you feeling kind of quite safe on your journey, and also being quite protective of yourself. So there's an element of safety here, Taurus, where you're feeling kind of quite content within yourself, in your material world, but you're being protective of something. And as I said, it could be your heart, it could be justice. So there's balance here, unless you're dealing with you could be dealing with a Libran. You could be dealing with a Libran here, Taurus. But there's a sort of sense of justice. It might be, Taurus, because you have a Sun card here, and that's all about, you know, happiness, joy, finding something, you know, that gives you a sense of happiness. It's also a card that represents Leo. So, yeah. So luck is on your side. You also have the Wheel of Fortune as an outcome. So things are changing for you, Taurus, at the moment. These changes might be difficult for you because you are a fixed sign. But your outcome is, you know, change here. Yeah. Okay, Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. I think you've been quite stagnant recently, Taurus. You've been in some kind of stagnant energy, perhaps. And you have, yeah, so you have the Six of Wands, which is no... If you have been really protective of yourself recently, Taurus, and that could have been to do with, you know, heartbreak and loss, and things that, you know, you've gone through on your journey. Now, you probably have been, in your recent past, relatively protective of everything to do with you. But you have the Six of Wands, which means you're going to get some kind of victory. Perhaps you had some toxic patterns, or there were some toxic behaviours going on in your life, you know, that you had to sort of break free of, or you're working on that. Now, this could be like codependency, this could be addictions, any kind of addiction that, you know, or anything that's not really healthy for you, and you could be letting that go. It's as if you are probably opening up a bit, Taurus. Because there's something that's being offered to you, and this is most likely, you know, the Lovers. There's a love offer here for you, Taurus, at the moment, or, you know, you're seeing love in a different way. You know, there might be it might be a case of you not seeing this clearly, a situation that you're in, that, you know, this involves love here. Someone who really cares about you, and it could be more than one person here. But there's changes happening, there's going to be changes happening for you. You need to let down your guard a little bit more, Taurus, with the King of Swords here. And, you know, whoever it is, you know, who's in your life, who has, you know, has this, maybe they have some passion for you, towards you. And yet, as I said, you could be dealing with a Libra. But there's somebody in your environment, or, you know, who's very passionate about you, feels very passionately towards you. and you need to possibly let your guard down a little bit, Taurus, because that, you know, it looks like really good outcomes here. And it's normal to, you know, we guard ourselves sometimes, you know, if we've experienced, you know, heartbreak and loss, of course we do. And we also guard, you know, we could be guarding of our own, you know, assets and the things that you have, you know, in your material world. This is the Pentacles card, so, you know, that could be it as well. Yeah, and you might be gifted with working with young people, helping and teaching, or even parenting children, or animals even. So there's you have a gift with children that you should possibly tap into, and this comes up quite a lot for Taurus. You're gifted at working with children. That may be something you want to consider doing. Yeah, and wishes coming true. The Sun card. Wishes are coming true, dreams are being fulfilled, and a magical time of life. You know, which is, you know, coming up with your victory card here. You know, having, you know, success and justice too. You know, as I said, you might be doing Libra, but you know, there is justice here in, you know, you're being granted happiness. And you might be letting go of, you know, feeling, you know, that you have to guard yourself all the time. Positive changes are on their way, so you know, there will be a relief from, you know, troubled times. You might be travelling or doing something differently. You know, relaxing more. Perhaps you're able to, at the moment, Taurus, you're able to relax a little bit more. And not, you know, not be concerned about outcome. The outcome is that there will be change for you, and you know, that's something that not everybody is, you know, likes. But and you will have it twice, even though this came up in the reverse. I'm wondering if there's a bit of resistance to this change. You know, that perhaps you have to let go of, Taurus. Now, yeah, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So you have to keep believing in this, you know, change that's going on here. Know that it's for your highest good. Yeah, so be brave and honest. So, you know, you might be doing that because there's changes going on in your life right now, Taurus, and it could be, you know, challenging you a little bit. But you're being advised to be just brave and honest with whichever situation you're in. And, you know, you have a mission. You have a mission, which is channeling and uplifting humanity, you know, in your day-to-day life, in some way. You might be finding that you have, you know, a gift for helping people, uplifting people. Yeah, you're winning. You've got a good thing going, so don't ruin that shit. So you are winning, because you have the Sun card here, and you have Wheel of Fortune, you have change. And justice to a situation. Yeah, so take charge of your life, and you can manifest what you want, you know, to be success. 6 of Wands, Sun. And you can do that if you remain in a positive mindset. You have Magician as well. So, 3 of Summer. It's about you manifesting, and you might be cutting out some, you know, habits, bad things, even something codependent, things that no longer serve your highest good. In order for you to have this sort of, you know, the justice, have your victory, your happiness, changes occurring, you know, Yeah, and you might well be celebrating soon, Taurus. Wedding, you might be going to a wedding, you might be getting married. Maybe there's some other people celebrating that you'll be invited to those things, you know, think graduations, or, you know, friends that you like hanging out with. You might be, you know, about to have some really nice celebrations coming up here. And this, you know, could be in the summer months, in a month's time, 7 months' time, 6 months, you know, this year, I love myself. So you might be working on your self-love at the moment. And remember that you are so powerful. And these changes that are afoot will be changes for the better. You might have more than one love interest as well, Taurus, here. You know, there might be more than one going on for you, and that could be a case of, you know, you making choices here about what you want to do. Yeah, and perhaps a detox would do you good, especially now, this time of year, before summer. Have a detox of your body and mind. So you know, think about what you're consuming, think about if you're drinking enough water, if you're getting enough sufficient rest, you know, if you're managing to unwind properly. You know, perhaps you should get into, you know, try some smoothies and juicing, things that, you know, will help you, and express yourself through creative activities. So it might be perhaps a musical instrument, because Taurus, you're usually, you know, it's not uncommon for Taurus to be quite musical. So perhaps there's a musical instrument that you might want to pick up again, or, you know, something that, you know, to do the arts that you enjoy doing might, you know, help you right now. If you do play something, you know, maybe dust it off and pick it up again and play, or get together with some friends, or go and listen to some music with friends. But yeah, express yourself, or whichever way, you know, it doesn't have to be a musical instrument that you use. You could journal, you could start to write ideas. You might be good at lyrics, you know, you might be good at writing, poetry. Yeah. So whoever you are dealing with at the moment, Taurus, you've known each other before. You might feel that, you might be feeling that you, whoever it is, your love interest is someone you have known maybe in a past life. It says, you know, past life relationship, which is why it might feel very familiar to you. And you also have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So you might be dealing with a Libran. You might be, you know, as I said, you might be getting married, you'll get, you know, celebrating something, or you might be questioning your relationship, if you're dating, if you're a bit more than dating, or met somebody new, or your current situation. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you, you know, romance. So maybe there's something you're a little bit guarded still, Taurus, perhaps, and that's making you ignite your passions. And you have a sun card here as well. Your passions, Ace of Wands, you know, this is about igniting your passion. So that could be the thing that's slightly holding you back. And this sort of overprotective energy here. So let it go. you know, it's a good thing to, you know, have a clear out, especially this time of year, and let things go. You know, it's a very good exercise in you know, sometimes to just let go of things that no longer serve you, or no longer need to be in your home, no longer need to be in your wardrobe, whatever. You can go through things and let go. It's easy to hold on to things for sort of sentimental value, where that's not really necessary. So perhaps you need to, a part of this detox advice, perhaps you need to go through things and clear out things that might have any kind of attachment to anything. I do this regularly. I go through things and ask myself why I still have it, and if I haven't used it or hasn't been useful to me in the last couple of years, then, you know, obviously it's not something I'm going to be using again or wearing again, or, you know, making use of. So, you know, that's always a good thing to think. You know, have a look at how much you might be, with the Four of Pentacles, holding on to. You don't need to hold on to. You know, I recently had to wanted to rehome 4 of my cat's kittens, and that was an exercise in letting go, and it was very healthy for me, but it was also difficult because, you know, I had attachment to the kittens, and, you know, and I found it extremely stressful and difficult to let them go. But it was also, you know, an exercise for me to be able to do so without having any feelings of, you know, uncertainty or regret. And feelings of uncertainty did come up, and I had to, you know, accept that, you know, that everything was fine. The kittens were going to new homes, and that I wouldn't miss them, you know, but that everything would work out, and everything has. And that was a very good exercise in letting go for me, and other things and other items and objects that, you know, you kind of feel you've grown out of or you no longer need, because at the end of the day they're just things, and attachment to things can, you know, things you own can then start owning you, and that's not what you want things to do. So things that you own should never own you. And you should be happy, so that, you know, if something disappeared, or you lost something, or you lose something, or you, you know, just give up a load of things to charity, you know, that letting go, it is a healthy thing, because also letting go of the old makes way for the new. So perhaps you need to look at also what's going on in your home, you know, part of the detox, a part of the purification here. You know, it's not just your body to detox. You know, it could be more than that. So practice that, and that might help you start to be less guarded, Four of Pentacles, and start to see a brighter future, you know, where you're going to have victory, where, you know, justice, passion back into the things you do, put the flame back into the things you do. Feel good about them. Know that, you know, perhaps you need to also something connected with the arts as well that you should tune into at this moment in time. Anyway, that's all I have for you, Taurus. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share if you like, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.